Hi there, this is Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but who want to hear their February forecast, and this is the forecast for Virgos. Now, before I talk about what this month means for you specifically, let me play you a very short video where I talk about what February astrology is like in general. If you've already heard this part, skip to the next section. Notice the background? This is the apartment that we just started renting and are renovating now. But this is not why I'm filming here. I'm filming it here because this is the perfect metaphor for where we are in the beginning of 2025 astrologically. Now, I love the astrology of 2025-2026, although it contains a frankly scary and confusing conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. But what I love about it is that by the end of 2026, we will be in a completely new era. I will get into it more in the summer months when the glimpses of this new era will be more present with us. But it's kind of like this apartment, you know, the new apartment will be here. It's just impossible to say at the moment how exactly it will be different from the old apartment that was here before we deconstructed everything. So in January, we were mostly dealing with old stuff or with the consequences of what happened in 2024. And in February, we begin kind of the same way. Mars is still retrograde. The super slow planets that take years to move through just one sign, they are all, except for Pluto, still in the old signs. They will move to new signs in the summertime. But things start picking up slowly, very much like our renovation plans. We still need to do some work on what is here, you know, getting rid of something, cleaning up a little bit. But then the new things will slowly start becoming more and more important. So what are we looking at? Venus, the planet of beauty and pleasure and love, moves from Pisces to Aries on the 4th of February. This is a bit of a downgrade for her, but a very useful one. Two slow planets that I keep talking about, Saturn and Neptune, will move into Aries and will form an extremely important and influential conjunction there. It is not an easy one, but it has a lot of potential. And Venus, because of its retrograde, in the next 2 months, it will be crossing it 2 times and then again in May. And it will start giving us clues. Specifically, it will start giving us clues about what could there be in this area of your chart where the beginning of Aries is, that is so beautiful and so worthy and so valuable and so seductive probably that you wouldn't mind doing the work that Saturn and Neptune will require you to do later on. Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, is ending its retrograde, goes direct also on the 4th. It will need a bit of time to pick up speed, but in general, now it is more powerful than ever since it entered Gemini in the last summer. So if you were a little bit disappointed with the performance of Jupiter in Gemini, this is the time when it can redeem itself. We also have a bombastic full moon in Leo on the 12th. We have a curious, gentle, and kind of very nice new moon in Pisces on the 28th. On the 24th, Mars goes direct, and new things will start popping up here and there from then on. I'll start from what is happening beyond February. We all are approaching the eclipse season, but you Virgos are also approaching the lunar eclipse that will happen in your sign in March. Eclipses act like catalyzers. They speed things up. So my best advice here is do what needs to be done. Be diligent within reason, but don't try to rush it too much. It's okay to use this month to prepare some things or set some things in motion without necessarily expecting the results to also happen in this month. The first 3 days of February, some of you Virgos will spend in absolute harmony with a partner. Could be a romantic partner or a friend that you like very, very much, or a person with whom you are working on a creative project together. Now, the most important sign of the next 2 years is Aries, not because a lot will happen there immediately, but because a lot will happen within those 2 years. And for you Virgos, whatever is happening in Aries influences your area of intimate partnerships, or your deep psychological work, the kind that can lead to deep change and important change and lasting change. And also it influences complex financial situations where you have to deal with somebody else's resources. This month, Venus is working on this area of your horoscope. So try looking for some love there. It could be love in an intimate partnerships. If it is, enjoy it as much as you can. But it can also be something more woo-woo, like, believe it or not, self-love, or even something more obscure, like feeling that you are loved by God. Ugh. Uh, Wherever you can get it, if you can get it, that is enough for this month. Jupiter will be ending its retrograde on the 4th, and after it moves direct, whatever official business you are involved in, especially if it's bold and optimistic, will go smoothly. If you have to sell yourself or make a case in front of officials, be bold and optimistic. Don't go small. Jupiter wants to invest in your success, but it does not really notice people who play small. Full moon on the 12th, you are welcome to just ignore. Well, maybe try sleeping more in the days surrounding it, but you don't have to do anything extra. But the new moon on the 28th is something different. It will give you an opportunity to start something new in the area of important partnerships. I would say don't try to manage, and definitely don't try to micromanage whatever is happening there. Try trusting the process a little bit more. Try relaxing into the relationships that have proven to be reliable, whether it is a romantic partnership or a friendship or a collaboration, or I don't know, maybe you play tennis together even. Something good may come out of it half a year later, but it most probably is going to be something you couldn't have anticipated. So at this point, there is no point, or not much point, in trying to steer this ship. With this, I leave you to enjoy this month as much as you can in whatever company you can find. And if you have questions, you can ask them in the comment section. And you can also subscribe so you don't miss the next forecast. See you in the next videos.